I have been trying to figure out why the Florida legislature and so many Floridians have such hatred for the LGBTQ community. And the only explanation I can come up with is that they consider homosexuality to be unnatural, and they feel compelled to oppose anything they consider to be unnatural. Now, if you're going to look at the business of love and sex in a strictly biological context, then yes, homosexuality would seem to be contrary to what nature intended. The bottom line is you've got to have lots of male human beings and lots of female human beings to make lots of little human beings. People do not reproduce parthenogenetically. But I hasten to point out to you guys that people have sex for many more reasons than just reproduction. They do it because it feels good. It's fun. It's a way to demonstrate your love for another person. Heck, it's good exercise. And if you want to talk about unnatural, what about wearing clothes? People aren't born with clothes. When was the last time you saw a baby slide out of the womb wearing a pair of cargo shorts and a Ralph Lauren t-shirt? Or what about climbing aboard a jetliner and flying across the Atlantic Ocean to vacation in Europe? People weren't meant to fly. If they were, they would have been born with wings and tray tables and in-flight Wi-Fi. Or what about the simple act of eating a tomato in the middle of winter? Tomatoes don't grow in winter. The fact that we can eat a tomato in the middle of winter is highly unnatural. Look, my point is, people engage in behaviors that can be considered to be unnatural every single day, and nobody thinks a thing about it. Our intelligence allows us to do things that exceed our biological limitations, including love and sex. A couple of other things I want to point out to you guys. An increasing number of Americans are beginning to identify as LGBTQ. I saw a poll last year that said 1 in 6 millennials identifies as LGBTQ. And just the other day, another poll indicated that 1 in 4 high school students identifies as LGBTQ. That is between 17% and 25%. If we cut that right down the middle and just say 20%, you're talking about 66.5 million Americans identifying as LGBTQ. Are you willing to demonize and marginalize and take away the rights of 66.5 million of your fellow Americans? If you are, you're not just a horrible person. You're a monster. You need to be locked up in a cage. One more thing and then I'll shut up. Right now you guys are in the majority, but that may not always be true. The number of gay people in this country is growing, and so are their allies. The day may come when you'll be in the minority, and they'll be able to dish out the same shit to you that you've been dishing out to them. You might want to think about that.